Hey, good morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel, Old Rookie. I know it's been a minute since I released my last video, but nevertheless, here we go. This video is going to be based on the orientation process for TMC 2020 and 2021. Now, my video will be revolving around my week-long orientation process and 2 weeks of over-the-road training for the company. Even though you may already have a CDL with no experience, some of y'all will have to do the 2-week orientation and 5 weeks of over-the-road training because of the experience level that you have with your CDL. And then some of y'all might get with the company to get your CDL, and we'll have to go through it's either a 3 or a 4 week, pretty sure it's just 3 weeks, CDL truck driving school, and then 5 weeks of over-the-road training. There's so much information that I want to give you, but I want to keep it in a nice little tight package so some of y'all don't stray off. Sometimes too much information is a bad thing. So whatever I may have missed, just ask down in comments and I'll respond. Obviously, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to contact a recruiter. You and the recruiter will pretty much determine what kind of experience that you have for the type of orientation process that you're going to have to go through for TMC. Once all this is done, the recruiter will send you an offer letter. You'll review the offer letter, and if you agree to the terms and the agreement on the offer letter, then you will proceed with a rental car rental. Now, depending on where you live, you might be point man for the rental car, or you might get picked up and have to share the responsibility in driving to whatever hub you're sent to. I was sent to the main hub in Des Moines. All right, so like I said, through my process with my week-long orientation, Monday through Friday, the day that I got in was on a Sunday. It was really early because when you get in that rental car, it will be on a Saturday, 4 p.m. But anyway, you'll get into whatever your hub is. I got into Des Moines on a Sunday. And the first thing that you do is put on that mask and go into the hotel and get yourself checked in. Once you get yourself checked in, you'll get into the room. And the hotel that I was staying at was the Baymont. It was an extremely nice hotel, company owned, top notch, A+ all the way. You're gonna have to get up at 6:45 in the morning to catch your training bus that goes over to the training facility right outside Des Moines. You don't want to be late for that bus, because if you are late to that bus and you can't find a ride to get you over to the training facility by the time you're supposed to be there, you might as well just cut yourself out of the orientation process. All right, so you'll get on over there, and then they're going to send you to meet the doctor. This is where you will go and get re-qualified for the medical process for your CDL, so the company knows that you can perform the duties that they are asking you to do. Once this process is completed, you'll head back over to the training facility where you will meet the physical therapist. When you meet this physical therapist, that's when your tryouts start. You're going to go through an array of physical motions that will be determined if you are hireable to perform the duties of any kind of flatbed operations. And all I have to say about that whole entire process is you need to make sure that you can at least lift 80 pounds onto the shoulder and 110 pounds onto the shoulder. Now, I'm not telling you to go run off and just start picking up 80 to 110 pounds. I'm not going to be held liable for any damages that you may cause to your body if you're not able to pick that kind of weight up. But I am telling you, everybody understands their own personal limitations. So when somebody asks you, hey, can you lift 110 pounds onto your shoulder? you're going to know if you could do it or not. And if you can't do it, well, all right. Anyway, so once that process is done, you'll head back over to the training facility. When you head over to the training facility, which is going to be your classrooms, you'll go to your designated classroom, and that's when you're going to start your training process. And your training process is basically everything TMC and their policies and procedures. Be prepared for testing. You will have lots of tests. That's not embellished. You're going to have quite a bit of tests, especially depending on which type of orientation process that you're going to go through. My 1 week orientation process consisted of 4 to 5 tests, major tests. These tests are the tests that could possibly make the determining factor on your employment with the company. Be prepared to do tests possibly all the way to Thursday if you're in orientation for the whole week. Wednesday was basically strap class day. We went to an array of trailers that had different kind of loads. The array of trailers that they have through the strap class will give you a brief view, about a mile-high overview of how you're going to conduct strapping out in the field. Where your real training and your real learning comes from is your OTR, OJT, on the job training, over the road trucking, right? And that's pretty much it. Once you get to Thursday and you get the rest of your tests finalized, it's pretty much smooth sailing after that. Friday will come. You're going to end up meeting with safety. This is Thursday and Friday. What you'll do is you'll end up being grouped off and meet your training coordinator. Your training coordinator will get you in line with who your actual OTR trainer is going to be. Like I said, Friday you're going to meet safety. You will do a couple of after you run through that whole entire process, you'll have to do a personality test, which will help inline you with a fleet manager. Kind of helps on butting heads, make sure that the personalities of you and your fleet manager are in check so y'all get along. Really helps to have a fleet manager that you could get along with. Digress. After all that's said and done, you'll go home for the weekend if you choose so, or you just might get scooped up right away with your OTR OJT trainer. You'll go and you'll do your training process, 2 weeks, 5 weeks. Once that process is completed and your trainer, OTR trainer, signs off on you, then you'll be assigned a truck. Once you get assigned to this truck, you'll either have to do a road test in it or you won't have to do a road test. Once again, that depends on how you were hired into the company. After that, it's pretty explanatory. Once you get into your truck, poof, you're gone, you're working. You're making revenue for that truck, you're making revenue for yourself. It's literally as simple as that. I'm trying to think maybe some of the stuff that I might have missed. They're going to feed you lunch every day. For those of y'all who have CDLs, you'll have to pay for your dinner and your breakfast. Your breakfast at the hotel was like $3. Your dinner, they have a cafe that's at the hotel that you're going to be staying at. Chrome Cafe, awesome food. Those of y'all that are going to get your CDLs, I believe all your food is free. You don't have to worry about any of it. If I missed anything, like I said at the very beginning, please leave a comment down below so I could respond. Really hope this helped y'all out. And please, don't forget to give me a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed up to the channel. All that stuff does help me at the end of the day, regardless if you watch my content or not. Anyway, professional truck drivers, y'all stay safe out there until next time.